Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 118 of Two Left Thumbs, your weekly gaming podcast that can't seem to get its audio right. Joining me this week, fan favorite, man of the hour, StaticAus. How you doing, man?
Fan favorite.
Fan favorite? Well, I mean, you've been
I'll
on here
take it.
several. You've been on
I'll,
here enough. I feel like you should be a fan favorite by now. Even if they don't like you, it's tough. You like him now. This
if you
is
don't
it.
like me, unlucky.
Unlucky you like him anyway. Hey, Ben, man.
I've been well-ish.
Ish?
Ish.
Ish?
No, I've been pretty good, man. I've been good. I've recently gotten into like a bit of a health kick, which has been pretty good. Actually, it's been more than just a health kick. It's trying to get my head right and everything like that. Yeah, it's been good. So that's been fun. Kind of fell off the wagon, sort of. I kind of meant it, but I just had like a big weekend, and sort of just put it aside for that time. And now I'm getting back into it this week, which is really cool.
So instead of
But
a
apart
cheat
from
day,
that,
you just had like a whole cheat weekend.
yeah, it was like a week really, because
Oh
it
right,
started
yep.
on Thursday and ended to this afternoon. So yeah, it's kind of been a whole week. But I've been doing I reckon I could say a little more. I've been doing some vlogging about sort of the whole experience and putting it up on YouTube as well. So that's been really cool. It's kind of been something to keep me motivated and keep me honest throughout the whole thing as
Yeah.
well. And just something I can look back on and go, what were you dribbling about, you fucking idiot? So yeah, there's that. But apart from that, the reason for the ish has been my drift car that it is I just can't seem to get working right, which
Oh
is really
no.
annoying me.
What's happened this time? Because you went away for that's the reason you were kind of having this whole cheat weekend. You were away for like an event, were you? Mini truck event, or is it the drift car stuff?
Yeah, it was a mini truck event, and it was kind of a last minute idea to sort of take mine with me, and it's because mine's not really a mini truck. It's kind of like it doesn't ride on airbags or anything like that. So yeah, it was a last minute idea to just sort of take it along and just show what I've built, because I've built the whole thing like myself. So that was the idea, to get along, and I just couldn't get the ignition. It's got an ignition problem that I didn't know about before, because I had all these other issues. It didn't really present itself until I fixed all those other issues. So I got all them fixed a week prior to the weekend that I just had, and I tried to get it, or got it off the trailer when I was getting there. Tried to give it a little bit of a hit just to show off to all the guys, and yeah, it just kind of died in the ass.
Oh
Ignition
no.
problems and all sorts. I'm like, oh, that sucks. So now I've just been trying to diagnose them, and it's really difficult. Like, it's not your typical sort of ignition system, like for any kind of car at all, really.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I won't bore the people with the details, because it's pretty in depth and involved, and yeah,
So basically, shit's
it's
broke
been
and
a whole
it's a
thing.
pain in the ass to fix.
Yeah, shit's broken. I don't even know if I can fix. So
Oh, don't even know if you can fuck. Eh? That's
yeah, it's parts that are really, really obscure and potentially obsolete. So
Oh, that sounds glorious. So that would involve
yeah,
possible custom made parts then?
yes. But it's this will, yeah, it'll be that last little twig that sort of holds the dam together. If it goes, then everything goes with it, and it's like a whole different train of thought and different way to go about the whole thing. So
Oh,
it's
right, yeah.
yeah, there could be potentially a lot of money. And if I'm going to spend that money, it's not particularly the car that I would like to be spending that much money on. So do
Yeah,
I
because I mean, the whole
sell it and start again, or
yeah,
it's
'cause the whole point of you, I think, of you doing that car was you doing it on the cheap and nasty, hence
hence the
calling
name
it
nasty. Yeah,
nasty. Yeah.
yep,
And if it starts to cost you more money than it's worth, it kind of defeats the purpose.
yeah. Well, the money I've spent on it so far, doggos, they're underneath me right now barking at people outside.
Legends.
The money I've spent on it so far, I could have spent on something much better
Right. Yeah.
already. So to spend more money on it now and go down the avenues that probably need to be gone down, I'm looking down the barrel of another potential sort of like $3,000 to $4,000. So
Oh wow. Fuck. Yeah.
yeah,
Time
yeah,
time for
fun,
a new project.
fun times. So it
Fun
could just
times.
be sell that off, and then sort of put that extra money towards something that's easier and just more meant for it. Because even if I got it all fixed and it was all good and it was really cheap and it was all working, it's still not the platform that's going to work the way I want it to.
Right. Okay.
It's just something that I had for cheap to start with. So
And you just kind of went from there, and it's now
yeah,
causing some
it's now
hassle.
biting.
No.
It's now biting me now. So good times. Good
Good
times.
times. Good times. Tell us about this health kick a little more. I know you're working up to a certain set of things. So run us through how you're approaching stuff.
All right. So what I'm working towards is a program by Andy Frisella. He's a quite well-known entrepreneur, but he's created a program called 75 Hard, which is it's a 75-day program, but it is exactly what it's called. It's fucking hard. To look at it, just looking at the sort of basic rules, it looks really simple. Like, yeah, they're pretty simple. They're things you can do, but when you put them all together and you have to do them every single day, it makes it fucking it. It's meant to take you out of any kind of comfort zone that you thought you had. So what I might do, actually, I'll have a little bit of a look and try and read out the basic rules. So every day you need to do two 45-minute workouts, and they have to be split up by at least 4 hours, and one of them has to be outdoors.
Yeah.
So there's no compromises to any of this either. So you can't just go, oh well, I'll just do an hour and a half gym session. Like, no, they have to be split by 4.5 hours. The point is, it needs to be inconvenient.
Yeah. Right. So even if it's like raining
Yep. Even
outside
if it's
your home.
raining, you're getting wet. If it's snowing,
That's right.
you know,
That'd fuck me up. I'm going outside and all wet. I hate being
yeah.
wet.
You need to follow a diet of any sort. It just needs to be a diet plan, and you can't change it up. So you can't sort of go, oh, well, this week I'm going to go this diet, and this week I'm going to go this one. It's just the one all the way through, which in itself seems simple enough, but 75 days of the same diet is very difficult. There's no alcohol or cheat meals. You drink 1 gallon of water a day, which is actually 3.75 liters of water.
Yep.
So it's 15 glasses a day. I've successfully done this in the attempt to sort of get up there and just see where I sort of sit with it all. I've successfully done this for 2 days, and they were not consecutively. So I've failed. I think I've only actually passed one proper day in 75 hard once so far in the lead up to it. So it's quite difficult. You need to read 10 pages of a book. It needs to be non-fiction, and audiobooks do not count. So
I was going to ask you about that, because I was going to say if you could do audiobooks, you could pop them on during your workouts and multitask a little bit.
Yeah, nope.
Nope. Okay,
like I said, there's no trying to make this more comfortable for yourself. It doesn't.
Yeah.
There's no room in it for it at all.
It's not comfortable. It's just efficient.
Yeah, no. And the last one is take a progress pic. So every single day, and that is, like in your underwear, in front of a mirror, progress pic every single day.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, you can look back at yourself and go, well, that's what I started as. And the general idea behind that is, if you listen to Andy Frisella explain it, the general idea behind that is you will not only see a change in your physical appearance, you will notice a change in like the happiness that you see in that photo and the mental fortitude that you see in that photo as well. So
yeah, it's a good way. It's especially like things like that are always a good way to, like, especially if having a shit day and you're like partway through whatever you're doing. You look back at, like, you can go back to those for inspiration, look back where you started, and then look at like your most previous one and go, well, fuck, I've actually made a difference in the last however many days it's been.
That's right.
And it helps you push it forward. It's always been a good motivator, which I did quite a lot. A similar kind of change quite a few years back. Yeah, progress pics were a big part of it for me, just kind of trying to keep motivated.
Yep. Yeah, so at the moment I'm kind of I guess I'm working my way into it, and if the weekend just gone is anything to go by, I've failed dismally, which I'm not upset about. I know I'm going to fail a few times. What will suck is if you fail on like day 50,
Yeah.
because you get to go all the way back to the start.
Oh wow.
Yep,
It's you say you really don't want to fuck it up.
that's right. So I'm what I'm currently doing is trying to change habits, trying to make myself or you get myself into better habits so that I give myself a fighting chance at this. Like I said, I've been at, I guess there's a week, there's like 6 or 7 days there that really don't count. But in all of that time I've done one day successfully. So it's difficult. It is very difficult. It sounds easy when you listen to them all lined up like that. You're like, oh, that's easy, that's easy, that's easy. You put them all together, like you've got to space your water out during the day. You can't just cram like you can't get to like 8 o'clock at night and go, oh shit, I've got to drink a liter of water now. You will
Yeah.
be up all night. It's and the days that I've successfully done like I do 4 liters because it just rounded up makes it easy.
Yeah.
Um, But the days that I've done those, I've literally felt like I was just a sprinkler in the middle of a turf farm. I might as well just be spinning in circles. It's fucking horrendous.
You
But that's
probably
the whole
shouldn't do
point of the
that.
game.
Your family may not approve of the mess you leave behind.
Maybe,
Maybe.
well, I wouldn't do it in my lounge room, you know. Yeah, yeah. So it's it's interesting. It's been pretty good. One morning tripped me right out. I thought I was losing my mind. I walked up to the end of the street, and it was quite odd. It was a really really clear morning. There was no clouds in the sky at all, and I'm talking. It was 5 a.m. That's another one I've been doing. I've been getting up at 4 a.m. because the second somebody showed me this program, I thought there is no. My first reaction was there is no way I can get 2 workouts in a day. I don't have that time.
Yeah.
So I instantly made an excuse, and this is the whole reason I've gone into it to start with, is because when I heard about it, I made an excuse not to do it. It's like,
Yeah,
nope,
that's
fuck
fair.
you, pick, pull your socks up and go and do it. So yeah, I got to the end of my street. It was 5 a.m. I looked up into the sky. I went, wow, it's really clear, and then I just saw like these like a string of stars that looked like they were connected together was just working its way across the sky at a speed that was like it wasn't fast to watch, but the fact that you could watch them move meant that they were moving fucking fast.
Yeah. That's
It
wild.
I had no idea what I was looking at. It blew me away. I'm just like, what? I actually had to ring my wife, wake her up, get her to come out the front. I ran back down to the house from the end of the street, which is probably 200-300 meters, um, and just said, please look up into the sky. What the fuck am I seeing right now?
These early mornings are really fucking with
Yeah,
me.
yeah, that's right. And it was a rough morning. I didn't get up easy. It was all sorts. I'm like, fucking, am I spinning out right now? I didn't sleep well. I was like, fuck, what is this? Am I even seeing it? Somebody please help me. It turned out it was SpaceX's Starlink, which is obviously Elon Musk with his SpaceX program is rolling out this Starlink, which is like various chains of satellites to give faster internet to like rural and regional areas.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's being tested in regional New South Wales, and yeah, I guess I saw part of its orbit. It was two
That's
mornings later, I saw it again. I'm
that's
like,
pretty fucking
it's
cool.
it's not as trippy the second time around when you know what it is.
Yeah.
When you don't know what it is, you're like, fucking. I had thoughts of Independence Day and all sorts. I was like, what the fuck?
Somebody call Will Smith. Fuck, quick.
Yeah, help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so I was ready. I was ready to welcome our new alien overlords, and yeah,
it's just
thankfully it
Elon
was
Musk. I
just
mean, is Elon
Elon
Musk
Musk.
human though? Like, let's
All
let's
true,
I mean,
true.
he seems like he seems very alien. Just the
Yeah,
way he acts and the things he does. Like, are you human? It's like the whole Mark Zuckerberg and the robot thing. And it's
Yeah.
like, so we got robots and fucking aliens like dominating our top financial spaces at the moment. Um, Probably cause for concern, but no one seems to be too worried about it, I guess.
No.
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 So,
So yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's where
yeah,
I'm at.
cool. You've been squeezing any video games in lately, or is it fallen by the wayside a lot lately?
Well, we did. I just brought it up right before we started. We haven't actually caught up since. I picked up, which I do every month, is I pick up all the free games that are on PSN, and I played Concrete Genie. That game, I finished it in 2 sittings,
Yep.
and I not only finished it in those 2 sittings, I also got the platinum trophy in those 2 sittings.
In both those settings. Jesus,
Yep.
nice,
So
man.
I went like they were big sittings. I want to say I got the platinum trophy in about 12 hours.
Yep.
And I probably finished the game inside of like 9 hours.
Yeah, because I think I've played it as well. It's one of the games that I actually said, "Hey guys, you should download this. It looks really cool," and I actually downloaded it. Just try not to be too
I may
shocked.
have purposely reminded you
Yeah,
a couple of
Static kind
times.
of prompted me to, "Hey, you need to get on this game and play it." So if you guys want me to play games, you just need to pester me. It's
Yeah,
yeah.
that's how
But
it works.
holy shit, that was a good game, man. I was expecting something kind of nice, but it was really fucking good.
Yeah, I was expecting a game that was just really artistically cool. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting a game to grab me like that and make me want to finish it as quickly as I did. It made me feel feelings. It
All
made me
those
giggle.
things.
It made me smile stupidly. It was such a great game.
Yeah, it was just a really good combination of like interesting gameplay because I mean, how often do we see like that? Like, I mean, it was really using the motion, the
Yeah,
PS
yep,
motion controls, which I found a bit wonky to start with. I think I ended up switching to the stick because I was also laying on the couch sideways playing it, so
yeah.
probably
That would
wasn't
definitely be
helping my
wonky.
cause.
I was sitting very upright playing it. But yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, it was a cool use to use the motion controls to paint. It was like even though you were kind of like on rails esque with the painting, like you select a certain thing and it
yeah.
brings it up and you can kind of shape it. There was still there's tons of variety there, like all the stuff
Yeah,
you could find to add to your art book collection to
and
use to paint.
especially when you started finding those pages of your art book, and you had more and more options.
Yeah, and you could combine them and do some really cool shit.
Yeah,
Um, how did you go painting your genies?
my first, well, actually, what did your first one look like? My first one was backwards. I painted it the wrong way.
Mine was very upside down. So like the,
Yeah,
the face
yeah,
was like down the bottom. It just had like this
yeah, yeah,
big knobby ass head on it. I'm like,
yeah,
what have I made? I've
yeah.
created this poor. Is like it looks so tortured.
Because in the game you paint from the bottom up.
Yeah,
So that normally you would sort of, if you grabbed a brush, you would paint from the top down. Like I would anyway. So that's what I did, and I actually thought as I did that, I'm like, this dude turned out wonky. Did I do that backwards? Like did I paint upside down? So I did the next one. I'm like, oh, I did. And I was like, I wonder how many people did the same thing, like their first one, because they all stick with you all the way through the game.
yeah, they follow you around the map. Yeah,
They follow you
which
around
was
as long
cool
as you
too.
can get walls to connect that they can run along. They will stay with you. But the first one you paint is up in the lighthouse, and he stays up there because there's nothing for him to connect to. And when you return back there, you're like, oh shit, I fucked you up bad. I'm so sorry.
Yes. Oh my god. The next question is: did your second one look like a giant dick?
No.
Oh, so just me
Yes,
then.
it did. Yes, it did.
I was like, wait, I can make penis monsters. This is great. And then
Yeah,
the legs and arms
totally did.
sprout out and just made it weird.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah,
now it's a walking penis. I just,
yeah.
yeah,
And it was so happy.
exactly. Happy penis.
Yeah. So one thing I really did enjoy is halfway through. We probably should explain how it kind of works, I guess.
No,
I,
let it
I
keep them
can't even.
guessing. Go play the
Yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah. This
Yeah,
is one of those ones that'll forever stay on the list of go and play it.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
it's one that you have to experience. Absolutely. And I forgot where I was even trying to go to. And that's right. Halfway through the game, it just kind of takes this turn, and all of a sudden, you're in a whole different level of
Oh
gameplay,
yeah,
which was really cool.
they changed up the. Is it spoilery to say they changed up the gameplay to talk about it? Because I want to, but it's
I want
hard.
to as well. Like,
So
kind of,
all right, so
you
the
get a really
basic premise of the game here, guys, is you're a young you're a young kid. You're a bit of an artist. You know, you've got the book of drawings, and a bunch of kids who are bullying you come along and taunt you and take your book off you, then shred it to pieces and kind of throw it in the air. And then you have to go and find the pages of your book, which leads you up to this lighthouse where you meet this genie, who is one of the characters that you drew in your book that kind of comes to life. And then they give you this magic paintbrush to help bring back your old abandoned town that for some reason only fucking 5 children live in and nobody else. That bugged me so
yeah, a little
much.
bit.
I was like,
Where's
where is
Dan?
everybody else? Like,
Where are the
I get
adults?
where are the adults? I mean, you get a bit of a story on the background of some of that through collecting the book. But that's other thing. So then you have to go and bring your town to life through painting the walls, and bringing your art to life to help bring people back to the town. I think that's basic enough story premise, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, halfway through, it kind of takes a turn. I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Definitely go and play it. It's worth experiencing 100%. Like I said, it took me 9 hours to finish it. If you take it slowly, it might take you 12.
Yeah, I think it took me 12. I did it in like
It's
three
not a
or
lot of
four
time
sittings.
invested. Yeah,
It was kind of over like just during the day and stuff when I had a spare hour or here or there. But yeah, it's an absolutely amazing game. The change halfway through really caught me out. And like it threw me off quite a bit, but it was really nice to get that change in gameplay because as fun as the painting and that style of gameplay was, it was nice to see it change because I think if I'd done that for a few more hours, I
yeah,
would have been like, all right, okay, I'm done with this painting now.
yeah.
Um,
That's right. Because although it kind of delivers like a bully story, um, that first half, you're like, oh yeah, this is really cutesy, and you're going around and you're painting things, and oh, that's really cool. But then you've kind of experienced everything, and you're like, oh, is the rest of the game going to be like this? And it was pretty much right as I asked that it all changed. Everything turned on its
yeah,
head. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
yeah, it was kind of
So
ingenious. They put it in at just the right point where you're like, it wasn't even like half. Was it halfway? It was a little bit further along than halfway through the story, I
yeah, it's
think.
probably a little bit further than halfway, but
But yeah, it was really cool. It's like you play a second game,
yeah,
which was awesome. But we don't
yeah.
want to. Yeah, it's very
It's so
what.
hard not to spoil it.
Yeah, it's very spoilery because like that change in pace of gameplay is like you need that as a surprise because it's also very tied into the story and how that all works. So we
Yeah.
don't want to spoil that there. But yeah, if you can get it, go and play it. Go buy this game. It's fucking fantastic.
Look, I don't know what you'd pick it up for secondhand, or what it's going for in the store, but I honestly, I would wholeheartedly say it's a $30 game,
Yeah,
quite easily.
it was
I
only
imagine.
a it was only a it was only a it wasn't a full price game.
Yeah,
Let me let me just check it out real quick. So what's it? Amazon? Fuck Amazon PlayStation Store. This is what we want. It's look at that. It's on sale at the moment for $30.
there you go.
Normally a $50 game. This is Australian as well. So
Yeah,
it'd be like 20. It'd be like 30 40 bucks US. Short game, but
it'd
well
be
worth.
around the $20 to $25 mark US now. So
Oh wow, are we that down? Are we? Jesus.
yeah, yeah,
Oh
we're not
god.
good.
Fucking Dogecoin, man.
We're
It's
not
ruined
good at
everything.
all.
um, but yeah, so it's on sale at the PlayStation Store. Go and get it, play
Yeah.
it. Let us know what you think. Again, it was a freebie not long ago. Hopefully you picked it up. Hopefully someone pestered you enough to go and get it.
If you need pestering, reach out. I'm happy
Yep,
to help.
Static and I will DM you every day, and it'll
Yeah.
just be the same thing for both of us. Go get Concrete Genie. That's it.
Yeah. Aside from that, I jumped into and played the second episode of Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
Okay, how
They
was
now
that like?
have 3 episodes. So the second episode sees you. I'm happy to spoiler this because I don't think anybody's actually playing it but me these days. The second episode, you go and find the rest of your team of ghosts that you started with and came through from Ghost Recon Wildlands, which essentially meant you went and found Midas. But there was a whole story to that, which was actually not delivered terribly.
Okay.
Again, horrible animations. The dialogue was not. It was better than the original dialogue, but it still, again, it wasn't great. They've really done themselves no favor with this game, but
No, I mean
I
it's
figured,
a ringing endorsement when the one person is like, I'm probably the only person playing it, and it's not great.
yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I went and platinum that. I felt I owed it to the game to sort of see it. Like I said, there's 3 episodes. I felt I owed it to the game to go and see those episodes out. I've played the second now, so I've still got to get into the third. And then they had some live events as well that you can go back and play.
Right.
So I'm going to go. I think they've got 2 of those that I missed.
Wasn't one
The
of those a
first one that
Tom
they had was
Clancy
a
one?
Terminator one.
The Splinter Cell one?
And Sam Fisher plays a massive part in episode 2.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
Like, he actually plays a huge part. So,
But it's not a Splinter Cell
yeah,
game, so
it's not a Splinter Cell game at all.
no, it's not.
No.
It's sad.
Yeah.
So
So as far as
how long are
the game,
the gameplay kind of like how long is a new episode roughly?
I'll probably spend about a week doing it, but just like a week of like hour and a half, maybe 2 hour sessions or something like that. So it's not super
Right.
long. Yeah, maybe around the 10 hour mark, somewhere like that. Yeah, if you're just sort of, you could probably get through it in a sitting if you're just plugging along and you could actually bear just
You
doing
didn't.
it mission after mission.
If you put up with that for like a few hours, it's like
Yeah, but it
grin and bear
it
it.
is literally just the same gameplay over and over. It's base clearing. Go clear the base, get the thing, go to another base, clear that base, get the thing, go to another base, clear the base, and finish that mission. So
Classic
yeah,
Ubisoft open world
there's
shenanigans. Yeah.
no extra mechanics that they added into anything at all. Like,
Any
I don't
new
know.
or interesting enemies?
No,
No, just this.
no.
So drones and dudes.
Yeah, drones and dudes. You've got your AI teammates back now, which is that's really odd because in Wildlands, your AI teammates are the ones that you now were looking for. One of them was
Right.
laid up in the hospital sick bay. I don't know why. Like, he's just not getting better. He's been there for over a year now. And yeah, the other one was shot when you landed. So you were really looking for the one guy, and you found him. So yeah, but that's all that was really introduced as far as that goes. Yeah, but yeah, it was very strange because they were your teammates, and now you have different AI teammates that you haven't been explained. Nothing's been explained about them. They're just
They're
there
just
now.
generic soldier 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
names.
Oh, they actually have.
But
They put
yeah,
that effort in. Excellent. Good.
I couldn't. I think there's like one's Fury. I think another one is maybe Fix It, which is yeah,
Okay, righto.
mm,
Hmm.
very strange. But yeah, there's no backstory on them. You don't know why they're there. I mean, as a community, you'd know why they're there because everybody was in an uproar that they weren't there to start with, um, when they were meant to be. But yeah, who they are and why they're there, who knows?
That
So
sounds
Good work, Ubisoft.
Absolutely exhilarating, classic.
Good
So
work.
is the third thing out yet, or is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I needed to have a little break from it again after that. I was like,
It's only
all
so
right,
hard you
I've
can
done,
roll your
I've,
eyes.
I've cleared enough bases. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did find the first live event that they did was the Terminator live event, and you could get like Terminator skins and things like that from it. And I actually found that was half decent to play.
Okay. Still the
They,
same kind of
they
base cleary stuff, or was it just a kind of?
Yeah, base cleary stuff, but then they gave you like an end level where you had to then go and like through the base cleary stuff, you had to take on a few of the original Terminators. I can't remember what they are, T1000s or whatever they are.
Yeah, T1000s, I think.
Um,
Someone will yell at us
and
for that.
yep, 100%
Yeah.
hit us up, let us know that we're doing it wrong. Um, and yeah, they were almost impossible, but then they gave you this one weapon that made it not heaps easy, but a lot easier to take them down.
Oh, the
Um,
magical plot weapon. Yes.
yeah, yeah, so then you had that for like the last mission, and it was pretty cool because they added like the new mechanic of this thing that will chase you down and not stop until you're dead or it's dead.
Okay, so it
So
puts a bit of
that
puts a
was
bit of
cool.
pressure on like what
Yeah,
you're actually doing, so you're constantly having to watch your back.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I wouldn't mind getting into the other two, see how they went, but yeah, it's it can wait for a little while.
So yeah, you have to let me know how they treat my boy Sam Fisher, because I'm
Well,
very.
he did his part. He did his part and then left.
Did he spot left? All right,
Yeah,
cool.
in true Sam
He's
Fisher
gone
style.
to not be part of. He had to go and be part of that shitty mobile game. He's like, sorry guys, I gotta go do this
Yeah,
fucking
sorry
mobile
guys, there's
game gig.
another mobile game. I'll just
Just gonna scoot over.
just go scoot over there.
Oh god. So yeah, is that about all you got games wise so far?
And it saddens me to say, but Black Rages got me back into playing some Apex,
Oh really?
which I'm sure might bring us into a conversation that we
We
were
had
kind of
today
talking about
earlier.
earlier
Yeah.
today. Yeah,
Um, it's been a while since you've played, hasn't it?
yeah. There's been a lot change.
A lot, yeah.
Lots.
It's big
Yeah.
changes. I think I started back like a season or two ago, just kind of like playing whenever I had time. Just it's become my junk food game. So I
Yeah.
don't really feel like doing anything. So I'll just hop on for a round, do some dailies or whatever. Um, so how are you feeling about the changes in it so far? I mean, I know you don't like Apex because it's not Titanfall 3.
That hurts. It hurts.
I
I
know,
don't
but
look as far as the changes go. I don't mind because I don't care that much about the game anymore,
yep.
or at all. So like, do what you want. But the latest thing I'm not real happy about. But yeah, I've been enjoying my time in it. I'm just playing with people that I enjoy playing with. So um, there's that. That's about it. I guess the new maps that they've brought in. I think last time I played, they had only had the second map, and they pretty much I think they ran the other one for like a whole season.
Yeah, it was a while before we saw new maps. Like
So
the
so
Olympus
there's
one
Kings
was only
Canyon,
like.
and then whatever was after Kings Canyon, but that was it. And they ran that for a whole season. And
Yeah, it was the it
yeah,
was
now
the
that
same map but changed or something.
yeah, and
They
now
altered the map.
they're sort of they're alternating maps each game, so which seems really odd. But yeah,
Yeah, they've got like I think three or four maps now. And they just
yeah,
gotta rotate them. I think it's like on a timer, so like every 45 minutes or hour or something, it changes over to a different map.
yeah,
Um, depending on where you are, which is cool. Keeps the mix going,
yeah,
and because a lot
yeah,
of people like fuck not this map again.
yeah.
But yeah,
So I mean, in true static fashion, I just went, you know what? There's trophies to be made here. I'm just going to
I'm on
start
it.
hunting the trophies out. So I've just started doing that. I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? I don't really care about dailies or anything like that. I'm not trying to advance a battle pass or anything like that. I'm not trying to put money into it. I
Yeah,
just thought, oh, well, make it work for me and just start looking at the trophies. So,
nice. How many have you got left to go?
5 or 6, I think.
Top six? No, that's not bad.
Yeah, there's not a lot to start with, to be honest.
No.
I think there might be like 12. There's
Oh
not
yeah,
many.
so it's not an easy platinum, but
No,
the
it's not easy. It's a grindy one,
yeah,
but I figure if I'm playing, I might as well try and aim for them. So
give you something to work towards. Yeah.
yeah,
Um, they had some interesting stuff come out last night actually. Which we were talking about
is
this
that what you
morning.
call it?
I said interesting. I didn't
Okay.
say disappointing. I said interesting. Um, so last night they dropped a trailer for a new hero, Valkyrie. The only reason we particularly give a shit about this is because Valkyrie turns out to be the daughter of Viper, who was the pain in the ass boss in. I think was he the last fight? One of the
No,
last
no, he
ones?
was he was a little past midway, but to me, no matter what level I played it on, he was always the most difficult.
Yeah, because you were on that. You were on the ship, and you're like,
Yeah,
he's flying around, and you're trying to nail him, and you're on the ground.
yeah. You've got to try
Flying
and move
enemies,
from
man.
cover to cover, which isn't working well for you, as well as him flying, and you're on a ship that's moving. So yeah, it was just difficult that way. He was an exceptionally good shot, and you're a terrible shot, and there's
Yeah.
no aim assist. So it's yeah.
But yeah, it was like they released like their little like their trailer, which was like the backstory for the character. What was cool about it is that we got that kind of the backstory and fleshing out of Viper, which was nice. I mean, it's not a cool story about the bad guys that we beat playing Titanfall 2,
Yeah.
but it made me almost feel bad for killing him, knowing what happened after that.
Nah,
Nah, you didn't feel
nah.
bad.
I think nah, not at all. I've killed him like 5 or 6 times now, so I'm
Oh
I'm
yeah,
alright with it.
you're done with this shit. It's like nah, man, fuck you.
Yeah,
But yeah, it would have been interesting. Like we were saying, as interesting as a campaign, like just a straight out Titanfall campaign. Like,
do I go on my rant yet?
yep, let's go. Give me a
All
rant.
right.
I need it.
Now, what shits me about this is they literally have a game in that shit house 5 minute little trailer that they gave us. They literally have a whole Titanfall 3 game in the fact that Valkyrie is. They've just introduced Valkyrie. She's turning to Cuban Blisk, and she's Viper's daughter. So there is like a triangle of hatred going on there for Jack Cooper, right?
Yep.
So instead of burying this character now into Apex Legends, where she's just going to have some abilities and she's going to be a character that you play now, she could have literally been an antagonist, a protagonist, whatever the hell you want in this game, and it could have been completely centered around that whole family, where like we were earlier, just spitballing. Um, there could have been a twist halfway through. Obviously, she's reached out to Cuban Blisk, so she knows who killed her father, and now she's going after Jack Cooper with Cuban Blisk, and it's all guns blazing for him. You can be set as Jack Cooper again if you wanted to, right? If they so wanted to. And then midway through, they twist it. She finds out what it was that Blisk and her father were actually doing. She does the flip, goes to Jack's side, and reverses the whole thing. That could literally be the whole fucking game in itself.
Yeah, it
Instead,
would have
they
been
gave
it
us
would
a
have
5 minute
brilliant. Like,
trailer and buried a character in a paywall.
yeah, oh man, I just like even aside from I think I was speaking to Winky about this last week. About extended universes, right?
Yep,
This is more to do with Halo and Star Wars and like that. But they have a really interesting extended universe there, which I mean, admittedly,
absolutely.
they had with Titanfall 2, but they also fleshed out with a lot of the background stuff in Apex Legends with how that whole world is set up. Like the world building is there.
Yep,
So there is more more than enough there to kind of go. We could make another Titanfall game out of this, but
absolutely.
that would mean they would have to stop making money off Apex Legends. And do you want to get really upset? How are you feeling today? You fragile?
Oh, yeah, a little.
um,
Hug me, please.
they've now bought out Apex Mobile in the same vein as Call of Duty Mobile and PUBG Mobile, in its own separate ecosystem with its own progression. It doesn't cross play. It's just its own little game in the mobile market universe, and yeah,
Goodbye forever, Titanfall.
goodbye forever Titanfall. We loved thee. We knew thee well. We will never get to play as old man Jack Cooper, which is kind of sad.
They could have even made us play as Blisk.
That would have been neat. I'm waiting for the day, right, where Apex brings out the Jack Cooper character as a legend.
We don't even know what happened to Viper. We don't
Yeah.
know that he died.
Oh,
We just shot him out of the sky.
Yeah, well, he's apparently dead.
In that
According
trailer,
to
he survived getting shot out of the sky the same way we did. So we could actually play as Viper and not know it.
Yeah.
There you go, Respawn. I just made a game for you. You're welcome.
We could probably make like a
Wasn't that
series of
fucking hard,
games
was
out
it?
of all that. just it just oh man. It's not our fault. It's not your fault that EA fucked you over with your release date of Titanfall 2. You made an amazing game and fucking just make us another one. Please. I
Makes
don't
me
even
sad, man.
care about the I mean, I care about the multiplayer, but fuck, I just want more of the fucking story and world design and oh shit.
Yeah. The thing that annoys me the most is they gave us I don't even know how long the video was. I don't care, to be honest. I'm going to call it 5 minutes. They gave us a 5-minute fucking shit pile and went, there you go. Now they're burying that character in another paywall. Because you're not just going to have that character when it launches. You got to pay for it.
No, you've got to pay for it. All the story stuff they do though is free. So because they did like this weird campaign thing with Apex Legends a couple of seasons ago. You might have missed it. Where you went and did like a PvE activity, where it'd drop you in on somewhere on the map, and you would it wasn't even voice acted. You just had text popping up on the screen as you did this thing.
I do remember that.
Yeah. And I was
fucking pathetic.
I was so like when they started talking about it originally, I was so hopeful. I'm like, fuck yes. Let's lean into this story shit and let's go there for a while. I don't care if it's a separate mode or it like but flesh this out. And we did the first one. I was like, all right, go here, do the thing, protect the thing. I'm like, okay, cool, no worries. Good first mission, right? And then it was exactly the same for every other one like that, and it barely changed. I was like, oh, man, just
Makes me sad.
it does make me sad. There's such.
I thought we were about to
there
switch to that ambient podcast for a second there.
Yeah, we're just gonna we're gonna take an hour of silence for Titanfall 3.
Ambient whirring of computers.
Yep, and barking dogs and
Barking
thudding
dogs.
of children's feet.
Yeah.
We get let me where's the hang on ambient cafe noise. We get that going as well.
That's it. That makes me sad, man.
Sad indeed. So I'm gonna be selfish a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to talk about what I play often anymore.
Well, I mean, how long have we just spent talking about me?
I know, right?
What have you been playing?
Nothing. It's fine. It's actually been a pretty quiet week.
Okay. We're done here then.
Good cast. Thank you very much. No. So I started playing. I finished Control, which was cool and weird and wonderful. And I got to the end of the game and went, wait, what the fuck? It wasn't like a big mic drop moment. I was like, wait, that's... What? It took me a while to process that the game had ended. Because,
I hate it when games end like that.
Yeah. It's
like, give me something. Let me know the game just ended. Please.
Like, I thought it had ended, right? And then it was like... Fuck it, this isn't spoilery. Like, you think it ends. Like, you get to this part. Oh, cool, that's the end. And it's like, big Control comes up on the screen. All right, cool. And then you come back... and you walk around and do a bunch of menial office tasks. Like, I'm talking, like, deliver mail to desks and clean up coffee mugs for about 10 minutes. and then you do this loop where you go to the boss's office, and then it shows you a different cutscene each time. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, I did a Death Stranding to you.
I haven't played Death Stranding yet,
You have
so
to
you
play
may.
Death Stranding,
I
man.
know, I know,
Everybody
man.
that's played it knows exactly what I'm talking about right now.
Oh, and yeah, it was, and I'm like, okay, cool. This is okay. We must get out of this whole situation, and then we carry on. And then I got out of that whole situation, and then the game ended. And I'm like, what the fuck? And of course, it loops round
Yeah,
story wise because there's a lot of it needs to give you a canonical reason to go back and finish all like the side stuff, which
yeah,
is all arguably the highlight of the game for me. Like the story was cool and weird, but the side quests and the bosses you fought were like that was the cool shit you did. Like they were like the big spectacle fights that you did against all this like weird monsters and like and one that like spun around in a slow circle and spat like massive amounts of clocks at you.
yeah, right.
So weird shit like that, which is really cool and really interesting, but it's kind of tucked away to the side, so you've got to go and find it all.
Yeah.
Um, and the story was cool, and I loved it, and it was weird, but yeah, the side missions are probably for me the highlight of all that, and the
You,
collectibles. If you like
you know,
reading,
where I gave up on that game.
where
That first flying boss.
the flying boss.
That you're in like a type of library or something, and it's like look, it's a dual level, but it's like open in the middle sort of thing, and he flies around these
Oh yeah, yep. I know the one you're
columns
talking
and that.
about.
I'm like, you know what? This game has not sucked me in enough to give me a flying boss straight up. Fuck this, I'm out.
I'm not dealing flying things. Fuck that. Yeah, if I mean, there was just more flying things after that too. Like everything was floating, but you eventually get the ability to kind of float around and fly a little bit yourself, so it evens the playing ground a touch. And then
Yeah,
you can
right.
get to a point where you just throw shit at them. I was like, I think there's the one clock boss when he sped up the clocks, you could actually pick up the clocks and throw them.
Yeah.
So I was just pegging clocks at fucking everything. It was good fun. Um, yeah, I mean I enjoyed it. I can understand people not liking it, but I had a good time with it. I will eventually go back and do some more of the side missions and read the collectible stuff because that was really
Yeah.
interesting as well. There's like lots of really cool lore kind of buried in there, and I need to play the DLC because it leads up to Alan Wake, and I love Alan Wake. So
So
that's a
is it a prequel to Alan Wake or is
no. It's set
and
in the same universe, so it's after.
okay?
As
Yep.
far as I haven't played the Alan Wake, the part that kind of like there's lots of like collectible lore in there that kind of links some of the Alan Wake stuff to what you're doing. So I'm assuming Alan Wake
Yep.
was in the past, previous, and then the second DLC delves into that connection more.
Yep.
So that's why I'm really keen to get into that. But yeah, fucking great game. And again, great universe, and it may even lead to another Alan Wake game, which would be great. I would like that very much. It's on my list with Splinter Cell as games I want to play that I'll probably never get.
And Titanfall 3.
And Titanfall 3, there you go, the big three: Titanfall 3, Splinter Cell, and Alan Wake. Except I get stuck with Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Apex Legends,
Some bullshit mobile game.
and and Control, which is arguably the better of the three. So it's fine. Oh boy. The other one I've been playing is Narita Boy, which is a like an action 2D scroller, side scrolling game, which is a lot of fun. It's set in the 80s, and you get sucked into a computer program to help the digital world rid the digital kingdom of this virus. And yeah, it's just all synthwave and like 16-bit pixels and stuff, and it's so fucking
Ah, that's
good.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really good. It's on Game Pass. I would definitely. I need to. I've only played a couple of hours because I've been busy this week with like work and stuff. But I really, really want to get back to it. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna do some more after the podcast tonight, I think. But it's great. I got lost in the first level, which was great because you've got to like. There's three main colors. There's red, yellow, and blue, and each kind of section and each puzzle requires a red, yellow, and a blue component for the most part. So you
Yep.
have to kind of explore the map, find find a room to go into, and then usually defeat a boss for the colored part or do a puzzle. The bosses are really cool. There was a giant VHS guy. There was one called Black Rainbow. She was a fucking nightmare
You might
to
need to
fight.
explain what VHS is.
No, you know what? I don't think I have to. I know the age demographic on this podcast, and I should be okay. I think there's only a few that are under 25. We should be alright.
All right, sweet.
But yeah, really cool boss fights. Really, really good. Really interesting world and characters there. I'm loving it. I would absolutely recommend it. It's on Game Pass, so I mean you can't go wrong there. Even then, it's an independent game, so if you want to go buy it, I support the developer and go buy it because it's a really well done, polished fucking game. Like I haven't had an issue with it yet, and it's kind of nice, especially like we're always getting sad about AAA games just being shit and
Yeah.
buggy. I mean, there's like Ghost Recon, Outriders. Funny how all these are like looter shooters, by the way. If you're noticing a pattern games industry, that'd be great. Um, but yeah, it's nice to play a fucking well done, polished game that's really sucked me in.
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
What else? I know because I know you have an extensive back catalogue that you've started and haven't finished. How are they going?
Well, Assassin's Creed Control is on indefinite back burner.
Yep.
Just because I can't deal with that same fucking gameplay loop anymore. Of go talk to person, do three things for person, go talk to person, go back to your encampment, talk to person, go talk to new person, rinse and motherfucking repeat. By the
So
way,
it's exactly like Breakpoint, except like 8 times longer.
yes, I'm three
Yeah.
quarters of the way through, and I was like, I need a break.
Yeah.
And then I've never been back, and I've never had the drive to go back. I don't think I think it's still installed on my PC. I think, but I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Maybe it might be taking up space on my hard drive right now. But the other one taking up space right now is Cyberpunk. Um,
Yep.
I was more of a this. I mean, it plays fine for me, and I really do enjoy it. But it was not enough to keep me playing for now. Once they do some more
Yeah.
fixes
Right.
and stuff, I'll kind of dive back in because I do love the world and I do love the story and I want to get back into it. But it's just there's too much. Like there's too much jank, right? So like
Yeah.
there's a jank level for me, and if it's like janky where it's funny and it's entertaining because it's just kind of dumb, I'm fine with that. But when it gets to
Yep.
the point where it's becoming frustrating, it's like, all right, that's enough, and this game needs fixing. I know they did a big patch. I want to say a couple of weeks ago. I've been keeping tabs on the patch notes and making sure, like, seeing what they're doing and seeing how they're improving and stuff. I know they finally fixed the police system, which was hilarious because once you ran over a citizen or shot someone or did something illegal, they would just literally pop out of the sky in front of you as a boop,
That's
just
amazing.
teleporting cops instead of like running coming from around a corner. They're like you'd be driving and one would just teleport on top of your car, so you'd stop and watch them go flying. But yeah, no, I do love that game. There's some really interesting characters in there. I did like a racing one, which is really fun. There's a really good story there with a trans character, which is really really cool to see. But yeah, that I think that's it because Control was on my backlog for a while too.
Yep.
I downloaded Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's as far as I've got with that.
Right.
I've downloaded Days Gone, which I'm probably gonna play before Final Fantasy. I get the.
That's one I bought. I bought that when I bought Control,
Yeah.
and it's still sitting in its plastic because that's what I do. And now I have it in my library without even having to put the disc in my PlayStation.
Yeah, because
So that's really
it was a
cool.
freebie this month.
Yeah,
Which was
that's right.
great.
So I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, I'll pick that up. Now it's sitting in my library. I don't even need to break it out of its plastic. I can trade it in at like full price, so like $3. and buy something else later.
Classic
It'll
EB.
be
Give us
fine.
that $3 for
Yeah,
that fucking year-old game. Unless
yeah,
it's Nintendo. Fuck, man. Fuck Nintendo. Hey, I
yeah, absolutely.
absolutely. New
I
a
I
game
remember
that's
you
like
you were
5 years
saying
old.
something. You're saying something on like, one of your previous podcasts about the pricing and all that sort of gear, and I literally paid full price for Breath of the Wild. That game was like a launch title, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the launch title. I yeah,
Yeah,
I almost had to pay full price. So I ended up going to a secondhand game store and
yeah,
picking it up for like $30.
yeah. And I still haven't actually played it. I got like 10, 15 minutes into it. And went, oh, this is boring.
You know,
The
I
heaps
found
glad
that
I paid
too.
that for it. Hey,
Like it wasn't boring, but I think it had been vastly overhyped for what I was
I
expecting.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah, because I mean it was cool, but it like the people like oh there's all this exploring and stuff to do, but I never felt like through the entire time I played that game, I never felt the urge to go and explore. This could be
yeah,
me as a person, as a player, but this is why I've held off on Death Stranding too. So, all right, you've got to walk from here to here, okay, and now you've got to walk from here to here. No, 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 no. I don't like if something if the world is full and interesting,
yep.
it's fine. But I mean, again, I haven't played Death Stranding, so I can't judge it too
I
harshly.
understand your reservations there.
Yep.
Believe me, it's for me. It wasn't like that.
Okay, righto.
So yeah, I understand your reservations, especially if you're sort of comparing it, or not comparing it, but like you sort of got these two side by side. I get it. Um, but yeah, even though you seem like you're aimlessly wandering around the place, you're not. You're still doing things. So they kind of they kind of did that, as well as Horizon Zero Dawn did their like um just your own exploration and wandering around in that, but collecting your materials and all that sort of thing. Like you kind of just passively did it,
Yeah.
and it wasn't that big a thing. So
Right. Okay. So it's very similar to Death Stranding that way. I did see Breath of the Wild
yeah,
didn't have that. Like you could collect stuff, sure, but you could walk for 5 minutes and not see anything worth looking at.
yeah,
Just plains and trees. Just like oh, there's these monsters here, and it like but you just like I just want to get the story done, and like
yeah,
it's just like oh like the temples were cool. Like they had like interesting little puzzles with good mechanics, except for movement mechanics. Fuck motion control mechanics being forced into a game. Just I think it's like there's this one and you had to like hold your switch and had to roll a ball through this maze, right?
oh no,
Yeah. And I couldn't fucking get it. I was like, what the fuck? So I figured out that I could flip it fast enough so I could put the ball on the ups like the bottom part of the maze but upside down and then just
yeah.
roll it across. So it's like, nope, I'm going on the back and just chucking it in. That's it, we're done. Fucking out of here. Never again. I didn't see another movement mechanic one like that, thank God. But yeah, the motion controls were not great. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Oh,
How'd we get there?
I, how did we get there?
Nintendo, fuck
Nintendo,
Nintendo.
fuck Nintendo, Nintendo and your fucking full price games from fucking
Yep,
6 years ago. Actually, that came up in the news from, funnily enough, the Days Gone creative director.
yep.
I think it was. There was a bit. Look at this. We're talking about fucking gaming news. What is wrong with me?
Are you okay?
I'm,
Do you need a
I'm
cuddle?
feeling I'm feeling a bit warm. Um, but yeah, he was like, if you like a game or you want to support it, and you want to see sequels of it, you need to buy it full price. Okay, cool. How many other games can be worth buying if we don't know if we like it yet or not? He's like, you talk to people. He's like, you talk to people like they're always like, people are always waiting to pick things up on sale, and you're just kind of upset about it, which I get. They need that support, but
That's a direct sort of direct correlation with the market itself and
yeah,
the AAA um, publishers putting out what they are. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't exist in the gaming industry anymore. Like I was the guy that would get everything on pre-order. I would order the the limited edition, all that sort of gear,
Yep.
and I got stung so many times,
Yeah, that's the same.
so
Like
many times,
I've got
and
collectibles everywhere from
yeah,
like special editions. You know, there was ones that I was like, you know what, I really fucking like this game. I'm gonna get this special edition that I have to get in from the. I think it was it an Assassin's Creed one? Probably. I got him from the States because I wanted the specific statue. Like,
yep,
yep, yep, and then
and
yeah,
that's it. They like everybody's sick of being stung like that. Yeah, people want to buy your game at full price, but you keep delivering shit.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just like, when was the last time that we had a genuinely solid AAA game release? Like, honestly,
Um,
I can't
I'm
remember
drawing a
one.
blank. I
Like
can't think of one. No.
any major title that we've seen in the last few years. Maybe not a few years, or a couple of years. Maybe Final Fantasy VII, but technically that's a remake, so I don't think that should count. Um, Maybe Death Stranding,
Death Stranding, Horizon Zero Dawn.
Red
I
Dead.
really enjoyed those games. In saying that, I didn't play Horizon Zero Dawn at launch. I did buy it secondhand.
I played Horizon Zero Dawn on PC. Oh, that's another one on my backlog.
Is it? Has it gotten better on PC?
I
That
don't
that
know.
that makes me sad, man.
I
That
know.
makes me so sad because it
And
is such a good game.
I haven't gone back to check. I've heard reports that it's been better. But I haven't been back because I don't want to go back. Because every time I went back, I was going back every couple of weeks and checking,
Yeah,
and there'd been patches, and it was still not performing well at all. And I was like, and I get sad. I'm like, okay, I'm putting it away. I might get back to it later when I have time, but I think it's going
yeah.
to be on a back burner. Above Assassin's Creed probably, but not below that. But yeah, like I enjoyed the game. It like I was having constant issues. It was like it was stuttering so bad. It was actually causing me to have headaches and stuff.
Yeah,
Like I was only getting like an hour, and I was like, this is actually hurting, like physically hurting me to play. Which was really sad because giant robots are fun to fight, especially when like you can make them explode.
I can. Yeah, the first Thunderjaw that you ever come across, you are completely not ready for it,
Man, fuck that guy. Hey, fuck that
and I
dude.
love it. Like everybody has to experience that
Yeah, definitely.
because you're sitting there, you're fucking around, you're killing these little robot dinosaurs, and then all of a sudden this guy turns like it's you can't miss him, but you do somehow, and then all of a sudden he's right there, and you're like, whoa, I've got to kill this thing.
And then you spend an hour rolling around on the grass, going, "Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die."
To then die because
Yep.
inevitably you're going to. But yeah, it was a fairly big impact in the game. It was really good.
It was actually, I think, Horizon Zero Dawn is free this week on PlayStation Plus.
Is it?
Yeah, it's part of their play at home thing they've had going on for a while. They occasionally just kind of drop a random freebie, and it was, I think I saw it earlier today. It's Horizon Zero Dawn. So the base PlayStation version works well on all reports. Don't buy it
Yep,
on
hundred
PC; it's
percent.
fucking trash. Uh, but go play the base version on PS4 because I know that both yourself and Black Rage and a lot of people I know that have played it have had nothing but fucking
Yep.
high recommendations for it. So my experience separate, it's a good fucking game. Just don't play the PC port because it was terrible.
It's for me. It's up there with a game that you have to experience,
There you go.
whether you love it or hate it. I don't. I've never spoken to anybody that's hated it, by the way.
Yeah, so even
So,
I
but
don't
what?
hate it. I just had a shit
Yeah,
experience with it, and
yeah.
it made me sad. And now I don't want to do it because I hate the state it was in.
Go play it.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of PlayStation games, should we talk about
Segways. Segways for days.
segues? Should we talk about what's
Man,
going on with the freebies and deals this week? Because
no, let's
I've
not do that.
100% actually looked at things.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right, let's do it then.
100% actually don't have the PlayStation Store open on my phone right now. Um, so Over on PlayStation this month for your PlayStation Plus games, we have Days Gone, which we spoke about earlier,
Yep.
and Zombie Army 4, which is apparently a fairly okay zombie shooter game. I've heard good things.
It doesn't look terrible.
It doesn't look
It's
terrible.
always been one of those ones I kind of look at and go, oh, no thanks.
Yeah,
But it doesn't look terrible, and
I
I
might,
haven't heard bad words about it. So
I might add it to my backlog. Maybe above Assassin's Creed. I don't know. Uh, that's my new scaling. Is it above Assassin's Creed or not?
yeah, yeah.
And then on PlayStation 5, you have Oddworld Soulstorm, which is a new release. And a new addition to the Oddworld games. So definitely worth picking up.
Are you able to tell me how do we add that to our library? Do we have to go to the PlayStation website?
Yes, so you have to go to the PlayStation website. So it's the same as if you did it with any other PlayStation game, PlayStation like from the website. You go there, you add it to your library, and then once you have a PlayStation 5, you can download it.
It's there.
Cool. It's there, yeah. So it's if
So
you are,
it just links to your account.
Yeah, it links to your account, and once you have a
Yep.
PlayStation 5, it'll give you the option to download it from there, I'm assuming.
Cool.
I haven't got that far because PlayStations are rarer than fucking unicorns at this point.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'll have one inside of this decade, but hey.
It's fine. We'll have the games though. We'll have those crispy licenses that we can bloat our backlog.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So over on our deals this week for PlayStation, we have Watch Dogs Legion for $50. It's down from 50%. That's both the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 version.
I haven't spent a lot of time in Watch Dogs in Legion, I should say. Maybe 2 or 3 hours. I actually enjoyed the time that I have spent in it. They made some really cool changes. They changed up all the controls again, though.
Oh no!
That's all 3 games so far have had a different control layout, which is really odd. But Spider Tank is back.
Spider Tank.
Spider Tank is back. It's great.
Nice. Because I know that was one you were really looking forward to when they announced it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I burnt myself out on it because I finished 2, and then I went back and got the platinum in that. Then I went back and went, oh well, I better finish 1 because I started that when I first got my PlayStation. I better go and finish that, and then I platinumed that as well, and then I was all Watch Dogs'd out, and now I hardly play games anymore. So
no Watch Dogs.
It's a whole thing.
Can't even watch dogs anymore.
Yeah,
reminds
it's a
you.
whole thing.
It's a whole thing. Yeah. Over on Xbox this week, our Game Pass pick of the week is whatever you want. Go pick something because I forgot to look. Professional.
You just said you had all this.
That was very, very that was a lot of sarcasm. A whole lot of sarcasm.
I didn't pick that up.
No, that's okay. I changed some of it, but for some reason I forgot to do the PlayStation section for some reason. I don't know what happened. I started it and I got distracted with life in general and didn't finish it.
That's all good.
Yeah. So you guys are getting half-assed deals this week. You're welcome. Over on Xbox Games with Gold this week, we have Vikings Wolves of Midgard, FIA European Truck Racing. You race trucks. I mean,
yeah. That could be interesting.
That could be interesting.
European truck racing.
Maybe they have they all have accents.
They're like Ivecos and Scanias or something.
Yeah,
horrible one you can't start. So the whole game is just trying to start a truck.
Yeah, it's whoever starts the truck first wins.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to race anywhere. It's just racing to start the fucking thing.
That tastes good. Get it.
Now, other one on Xbox this week is Hardcorps Uprising. If that isn't a title you want to watch your phrasing with, I don't know fucking what it is.
Absolutely. Is it Hardcorps? Is that what it was?
Hardcorps. Like corpse as in like corporals, I think.
Yeah.
Like the whole army term thing. Not corpse, like not hard bodies uprising. That's
which is
wow.
Very questionable, yeah.
I mean, we came from drawing dick genies to Uprising
Yeah,
Hardcorps. So
that's a thing that happened. Yep.
that's
Okay.
the thing that happened.
Um,
Deals with gold this week. We have Far Cry Blood Dragon for $7.50, which is fucking amazing. It's
It
actually a
is.
DLC. It's a standalone DLC that came from Far Cry 4,
Right.
and
Okay.
it is. I have the thing with 80s themes lately. It's like super 80s action hero esque in the the way that it's written, and it's like super weird and like neon colors and shit. It's kind of bizarre, but I liked it. It was a lot of fun. Very short, but it was a DLC, so one of those ones that got popular enough to be its own game, which should speak volumes for it.
Yes.
Our other deals with gold this week. I'm really pissed this wasn't here last week. Is A Way Out for $7.99. Because we were talking about A Way Out because we played it once and Winky.
That's right. You yourself and Winky played it. That was the one where you could give your friend a code or something, and they could play it for nothing. Is that right?
Yep, still
Yep.
works the same.
Yep.
And now they've got a second game out where it's the same thing. It's a co-op game, and you give your friend a code, and you play it together, which I think is really fucking cool. And it's the only set of games, it's the only developer I've seen do this, and I'm surprised of all things was EA let them do this, because it's EA. They just want fucking money. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fantastic game. Get a friend and play it together. It will make and break your relationship all at the same time.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good laugh to play. You can troll each other quite well. Over on the Switch this week, there's an indie world sale happening right now. So there's a bunch of indies going. It's ending on the 25th of April. So as of recording, that is 5 days from now. You can get games such as Hades for $20, which is a fantastic roguelike game. I've heard nothing but good things. Carry On for 13, which is where you play a fucking monster and you eat people and get bigger, which is
That's
fucking
fun.
neat. It's a lot of fun to play. And then we also have Sea of Solitude Director's Cut for $14. Super emotional adventure game. I haven't played, but I
I
remember
don't want to play. I'm
seeing.
emotional enough about games at the moment.
Yeah, right. I'm already upset about Titanfall 3. I don't need a game telling me about my feelings.
Yeah.
But from what I saw from the E3 release, it looks really, really good. Explores mental health, depression, a few things like that. Definitely worth looking into if you looking to catch some feels. A lot of other games out there, but they were kind of three of the standout ones that I knew. I think Ori and Will of the Wisps was there as well, which is another fucking fantastic game. That is definitely worth playing. And yeah, I forgot to check the Epic Store because I'm an absolute legend.
That's
So
all right. They don't matter anyway.
they do because they have
Nah.
games. Yeah, it's preparing the launcher now. So if I can fill 30 seconds of me going, hey guys, look, I am getting you literally the freshest free games right now.
That is a perfect spin on it. Yep.
Absolute perfect spin,
It's
except the Epic launcher isn't
it.
working, and it's there we go. It's
Damn it, Epic! We're trying to buy time here.
yeah, they've changed it all. Where's the games on sales, new releases, free games. All right, here we go. Oh wow, they've got 3 today. You're in luck. Look at that, 3 fresh hot deals coming from the Epic Store. We have Deponia, The Complete Journey, which is, yes, I know it's mature content, a game about life on a trash planet.
Trash Planet.
A trash planet game.
It's like
Seems
Wally.
to be. Well, it doesn't have actually any gameplay across there, but it's an adventure puzzle game, which could be good. We also have Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth, which is which is set in 12th century England in a time of poverty and war. A small town begins I'm good at this. A small town begins the construction of a cathedral to claim wealth and safety for its people In the struggle to survive, lives, destinies intertwine, based on Ken Follett's world's bestseller, The Pillars of the Earth. So it's an adventure narration puzzle game. So neat. Next one.
Did you see my eyes glaze over there?
Nope. I was too busy focusing on how to read words.
Trying to read words.
Trying to read words. The third freebie this week is called The First Tree, which is a third-person exploration game centered around two parallel stories: a fox trying to find her missing family, and a son reconnecting with his estranged father in Alaska. So it's a real good, it's a real good emotional, heartstring pulling one by the looks of it. Gorgeous little graphics though. It's kind of nice, very pretty. But yeah, that is our super professional deals for this week. Again, the freshest deals you will ever get in a podcast.
You've absolutely outdone yourself.
Oh god, it's been a day, guys. We started with what, half an hour of me trying to figure out. I had a Windows update this morning. That doesn't explain my day today. Nothing will. Everything
There's a
reset.
good solid 5 minutes of me talking to myself, going, I'm not even sure if you can hear me. I couldn't see you.
My camera had gone to shit.
Yeah.
But we got here.
We're here.
Somehow. We're here. Yeah. So
and you still don't know if the recording is any good. So
no, I don't. I hope it is. I think that I was having real issues because for some reason it's picking up the wrong thing that my mic should be coming through to through the recording to pick up the correct path that it should be coming through. So my mic has been very quiet. So if there is like a really weird imbalance between Static and I did kind of fiddle with them a little bit as we went, just going kind of eyeballing it. So I hope it's okay. If it's shit, I'm sorry, I guess. Look, I feel like I peaked as a podcast last week. Have you listened to last week's episode yet?
I have not yet. You're in the list still because
Okay.
I had the 4 days away.
Yeah, you got to catch up. All right, I won't.
I got to catch up on them.
Yeah, we had some cool shit on the podcast last week, which I won't spoil for you. And now it's all
fifth on the list.
It's on the list. It's above Assassin's Creed. Well, I hope it is anyway.
Just.
Yeah. So it's all downhill from here. This is where the podcast truly goes to shit and it's a mess. So
that's all right.
Welcome to hell and enjoy the ride. Static, thank you for coming along and saving me from talking to myself again. I appreciate you greatly.
I did hear that one. That was fun.
That was an experience, especially the second time recording it.
And I think you did really well. I've had to do one where I've had to talk to myself. I've actually and quite early on as well with Two Left Thumbs. I did a couple of just talking to myself ones, and they're not fun.
No, they're not.
They're not fun to do at all because you kind of put yourself on a spot where you can't really think of words, but you can't really write it down because if you're just reading it word for word, it's really boring to listen to.
Yeah,
so
I found that
it's difficult to do.
I know. We were talking. I was running some ideas back and forth for the Thumbs YouTube channel recently, which I've obviously not done because doing pre-recorded content just doesn't work in my head. Like pre-planned. Like I wrote a script. And I'm like, all right, let's try this. I tried improvising, and it's like what I was trying to do just wasn't fitting right, and I didn't have the time or the energy right now to kind of deal with it. But yeah, fucking, I don't know how YouTubers do it, right? Like especially like reviewers, like Gray and Direct, and a whole bunch of other people I know. There's like they just nail these out, and I'm like, how the fuck does your brain work like that? Because I can't do it. It's I can't get organized in my head properly enough to do it that way and like read out a script where it sounds like I'm being enthusiastic, not like, hi guys, I'm reading this off the words because things. I can't even get it right half the time. Like you guys heard me try to read those fucking deals. That was a nightmare.
It's difficult, man.
It's hard. I greatly appreciate people who do pre-planned and scripted content so much more, especially after everything I've been through here. Yeah, it's it's been a ride. But anyway, we're babbling. Static. Um, where can the people find your lovely ramblings and things?
You will find myself at Gather Together podcast. You can find that anywhere you find Two Left Thumbs, because we use the same distribution methods. Yes, that
Yes.
words. Um, and you'll also find my Fat Man's Journey on YouTube at StaticAus Gamer. There you go.
Good shit.
Search that out. I think I'm allowed to have a custom URL now. I just haven't set it up. So
Oh
just
wow,
search StaticAus
nice.
Gamer,
Fancy.
and you will see the old school stylized S, because I haven't updated it at all. I just decided I'd go back to that channel and do things on that, because I have a video on there that's got over 60,000 views. So I figured that's gonna get the most traffic for my fat ass.
Let's hope so.
That's that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What about you? Where do we find you?
fucking nowhere. I'm buried in work at the moment. I'm
Don't
struggling
come
to get
looking. Don't come
I'm
looking.
struggling to get a podcast out at the moment. Okay, I occasionally stream like once a week if I'm lucky. Twitch.tv/depth_puppies. But again, you guys have heard me say that enough times. You know where the fuck I am. If you want to find me, also on Twitter and Instagram a bit more too. The more important part is, if you'd like to find the podcast, you can find us over on Twitter at @left_pod. Also find us on Instagram at Two Left Thumbs Podcast, and over on YouTube, just search Two Left Thumbs Podcast and then scroll through like 30 other videos because someone else stole our name with a custom plate URL before we did, motherfuckers. Links will also be below if you can't be bothered searching for it. I make things easy for you where I can. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out, listening. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Play some fantastic games. And, yeah, we'll talk at you next time. Bye!
See you, bye.